Well guys, last night was Listowel, and we used the school bus to tow it there, mostly because the Dodge is still not fixed. But it's getting to be fixed, but don't worry about that. We used the RV school bus to tow it, and we had fun at Listowel. Ended up winning my first heat. So Listowel, the car count's been really suffering at Listowel, and I don't know why. It's a great show. It's put on by the fair. It's a fun time. They pay first through fourth in the heat. So it was 200, 150, 150 to get out of the heat. And they only took top 3 out of the heat. And then you went to the finals. And it's $1,500 to win. There's no second place prize money. So it's kind of crappy like that, but honestly, guys, it gives you the real incentive to actually try to get to the finals and win. Listowel car count's been suffering, and it kind of sucks. It's a great show. It's put on by the Fair Board. I really like going there. And the best part is for the past 2 years, they have not actually charged you to even get in. It's been free. Now, saying that, Listowel is a bone stock show. You're not allowed bumper swaps. You're not allowed doubled tires. So these tires just have tubes. You're not really allowed a cage, but they do allow a post-to-post. All cars run together. So if you bring a V8, you run a V8. If you bring a 4-cylinder, you run a 4-cylinder, and the heat you get put into is kind of luck of the draw. So yeah, like this is the stockest show around that pays this good. So what did we do to this car? What we did is we did absolutely nothing. We have the factory bumper, still have all the bumper shocks on it. We just bolted the hood shut. They didn't really like that at Tech. I said to them, but I'm just shutting the hood. And there's no plates or anything. They just come through, and the nuts are on the bottom side. The tires they really didn't like, but I didn't really bring any other ones, to be honest. But they're not doubled. They're just tubed. And then the back, we lost a couple donuts. But the Derby went pretty good. I ended up taking first in the heat, used the back end quite a bit, and then in the finals, I was doing really, really good. And then it started getting warm, and it started turning off, and then it got really warm because it caught on fire. But they sprayed me with fire extinguisher dust, but I even have a remote temp sensor put in, like this, and this one was still saying I was overheating, which is kind of crazy. So I was on fire down there. I don't know, I think it was just either power steering or leaking valve cover. I'm not 100% sure, but I did get a face full of fire extinguisher dust. But they tried to use my fire extinguisher, but I didn't realize I forgot my fire extinguisher, and I grabbed a bear mace instead of a fire extinguisher. So this would have really sucked if that official had maced me in the face. But no, the car did really good. Honestly, it did a lot better than what I was thinking. The front subframe didn't bend. This here is just like a toe point plastic. The frame did bend a bit, but not as bad as I was thinking it would. I honestly thought the front of it would be a lot worse than that, because I ended up using the front of it in the finals quite a bit. I was watching the back pretty aggressively, and I was starting to watch the floor buckle here, so I was getting a little nervous, thinking it was a little bit worse than what it was actually. But there's still a lot of life left in this car, and I might run it again. I might rent it out. I'm not too sure yet. There's a couple people that need cars coming up, but we'll have to see. The H-body did us pretty damn good. I was pretty pleased with it, but I really, really did enjoy these pillow top seats inside this thing. I'm a little sore today, but I don't know if that's from this Derby or not. Like, oh, my thighs are all beat up. But for this car to be ran again, oh, this frame looks this frame's much worse. Yeah, this frame's almost into tire over here. Yeah, the subframe's bent over here. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I'll put a different bumper on it, but no, what I think I'll do is I'll just try to pull this frame away from the tire, because it is into the tire pretty aggressively there. pull it away from the tire and maybe get one more run out of it. Who knows? But it's got a wheelbase of 110, so that means at most shows it's a full-size car around me, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It's on there. It's ready to go. We're gonna unstrap it here and drive it off here in the next couple of minutes, and then empty it all out, so just get all my derby stuff out of it. And then we're gonna be maybe trying to take some of these cars to scrap, because we just got back from our 4-week vacation to Alaska. I'm still editing all the videos from that. They'll be coming up probably in the off season, guys, so don't worry, all those videos will come up. But let's get this thing off the trailer. Car's still got some life left in her, I'll tell you that. Little Kia Rio didn't stand a chance. But looks like we're leaking something. Probably water. I don't know. Honestly, I think the power steering is leaking fluid onto the exhaust manifold, and that's why it's catching fire. But oh no, it's coming out from this side, so. Oh yeah, that frame's a little dinked. Maybe this might be the end of this car, I'm not sure. That frame's pretty hard over there. But I'm pretty happy this guy didn't spray me with the bear mace, because it says it's like explosive and like extremely flammable. That would have been pretty bad to see that all over it. So don't grab bear mace instead of a fire extinguisher, because they look the same when you're not really paying attention. What else was I gonna say? Oh, inside the video in the finals, you see that 79 Lincoln Continental got put on the blocks. And you guys will see that I got him off. And the reason for that is, one, that was that kid's first demolition derby. Seemed like a really nice guy. I thought it was actually the father in the heat, and then I seen it was the kid afterwards. And honestly, guys, the blocks are fair play in Listowel, so you're allowed to push them on the blocks. But that being said, ending your derby on the demolition derby blocks is not a good time. It really sucks. It feels like it's the cheapest way to take somebody out. I get it. It works. It's part of the game plan. Stay away from the blocks or get put on the blocks. But I didn't want that kid to end up on the blocks. So I looked at him, talked to him. We made eye contact. I got him off the blocks. And yeah, he was happy about that. So guys, don't let your friends or even anybody that looks like it's their first derby end up on the blocks. It's not great. But thanks for watching, guys. The H-body had a little bit of fun. It was a quick one-day build after our trip, so it was pretty fun. Would I do another one? Of course. I'd smash anything 2 or 3 times. But so thanks for watching, guys. How did you like the H-body? I kind of liked it. I found it to be a little lacking power for a 3.8. Honestly, guys, this car here is one of the best designs that you can have for Listowel other than a Camry. Well, I guess you can take a full-size car there. This is one of the best front-wheel drives, because they did have a rule saying you could only have front-wheel drives for a bit. But honestly, this car here is a 110-inch wheelbase, so kind of really limits to what classes it can run and what places. Oh, the tag's bothering me. And so this would kind of fit perfectly into Listowel. Most other places this will be a full-size car, and if you take this against like a stock V8 or even a slightly modified V8, it wouldn't do very well. So you got to know the car and where you're taking it. So this one here kind of fit pretty good for the Listowel, but we'll have to see what's going to happen with it next. So thanks for watching, guys. Maybe we'll go to Dundalk, maybe we'll go to Shelburne, just small local town show stuff. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here later on Zach's Workshop.